Yeah, so basically I can sense earthquakes before they happen. So that is one thing. Like I used to wake up feeling, I would feel the whole earth spin. Even though Singapore no earthquakes, right? When I wake up I actually feel the whole earth spin. And then I will actually do a check of which are the places that had earthquake. But generally over, like in the whole world, there's earthquake all the time anyway lah. But usually if it causes me to spin until I want to puke, right, it means that there's a very severe one. So usually if I get so affected, so this is again another thing about recognizing patterns. So the other pattern that I realize is also that if I get so affected, it's usually places I've been before, I've lived in before. Because somehow there is this kind of ties that I have with the land for whatever reason. I will actually feel it before or during. The other pattern that I realize is that when I feel it, it is probably happening at that point. Okay, it's just that news don't come out until much later. So that's why I was like, oh, I know the earthquake before it happened. Actually, it wasn't. It was probably happening at that time. I know that is because there was one time I sensed an earthquake, and the weird thing is I was like, oh my god, this is a man-made earthquake. How the heck can that be? Imagine that, no one in the right frame of mind would say that this is a man-made earthquake. I was just like, what kind of shit things is my brain feeding me, right? Yeah, so I actually just, because it was so severe, or I was feeling it very severely, I actually took note of the timing that it happened. Okay, and guess what? The next day, it's really quite shit, but the next day I read on the news, at the exact same time that I was feeling it, Kim Jong-un, he actually set off some rocket or missile that was so huge that it created a man-made earthquake, like a shake or tremor, to the extent that it is like one of those severe earthquakes. And then I was just like, oh my god, so this is for real lor. So that was long ago lah. It's actually probably before I learned theatre, but it was because of that incident, it's really in my face, that I start really paying attention to what I feel. Yeah, so it's one of those cool things. So what the fuck is my brain thinking? Why would there be a man-made earthquake? And then the newspaper says yes, it's because of some asshole who set off. These are the kind of things that makes me or helps me learn to trust my instinct. It's just like, why would that be the case? Yeah, but yes, it does. All the shit stuff happens. Yeah, there's a lot of this kind of synchronicities that just tells me, okay, just trust your instinct.